Well, I'm still not over what happened last season, but I prefer not to talk about it. And now we make up for it. We've got £10 million to spend, which in my world means we've got about £30 million to spend. We're going to put together a squad that can not only qualify for the Champions League proper, like we should have done automatically after finishing 11 points clear at the top of the league, but we're going to right that wrong and also hopefully get to the knockout rounds of the Champions League this year. This is going to be our last year with Servette, so we need to make it count. Let's spend some money, I guess. We've literally just stopped, like, right at the end. I mean, I was upset at the end of the last stream. I think I hid it well. I was a little upset, though. For those of you who weren't here and haven't caught up on LOLLUJO 2, basically, we finished 11 points clear at the top of the league, but then the game / the Swiss FA, we're not sure which, absolutely screwed me over. And rather than us playing 2 home games and 1 away game in the Champions playoff, we somehow had to play 2 away games and 1 home game. We won our home game. The first away game was a draw, which we then lost on a penalty shootout. And the third one we lost as well. So we actually ended up losing the league title to Young Boys despite finishing 11 points clear, which means Young Boys qualify automatically for the Champions League group stage. We have to start at the second qualifying round and go through that route. I also had the board on my back for finishing bottom of the league, finished 11 points clear at the top of the league. But because of stupid glitches, we finished bottom of the league, apparently, and the board weren't very happy with that. But ignoring all of that, we've got £10.5 million to spend, a little bit of spare wage budget, and now we're going to go and do spending. We're going to do big spending and try and get ourselves ready for the Champions League. Have we already got transfers coming in? What's all this trash? Bunch of free transfers that I don't want. Let's get a list of suggested targets. I think my plan is to wait for the 1st of July and rather than spending all this money, see what's available on free transfers once we get to the 1st of July. We've not got a huge amount in the way of spare wage budget. So what we might end up having to do, that transfer budget disappears quickly when you start converting it to wage budget, doesn't it? Right, Pablo Barrios. This seems like more like our kind of player, the kind of level that we're after. We're losing Theo Valls this summer. He's joining Montpellier. No big loss as he's 32. But I think Pablo Barrios could just slot straight in to replace him. There you go. He's better at everything apart from looking and kicking the ball towards the goal. Who cares if he's any good at looking? Let's offer him a contract. He's young as well. 8 years younger than Valls. This is the kind of player we want to be bringing in. No sell-on fee nonsense. Let's try and push his salary down a little bit as well. Come on. Come on, young man. Let's not be ridiculous. There you go. Was that more than he asked for initially? I don't know. It's fine. I'll offer him a new contract. We don't want to offer him a big, expensive contract. How much money does he want? Push him down. Push him all the way down. Right. We'll give him a new contract if he doesn't have a pay rise attached to it. That's the condition. Oh, okay. He's already asking for a pay cut. Let's try and push him even further. I think he might be watching live. He's aware of my policy that he can only stick around with a pay cut. It does seem like he's decided on what his pay cut is. Oh, there you go. Hold on. Have I just agreed to a 3-year contract? I was so concerned. Oh, mind you, I'm only here for a year. Who cares? Here you go. Load of new signings. Well. What have we got here? Oh, I forgot we got Jonathan Eza. He was the one off the next gen list, wasn't he? I think so. Bobby Clark joins us permanently, who wasn't great when he came in on loan, but potentially some decent resale value there. Pablo Barrios, who's now turned 25 since we agreed to sign him as a 24-year-old. Massive big pile of value for him. And he just comes straight in as the replacement for Valls, which means we shouldn't miss Valls at all. Then we've got Johnson Eza, who he was at Coventry, I think, wasn't he? Yeah. So actually, he's better than we thought he was going to be when we scouted him. We signed him off the back of the next gen list and then scouted him and were sad. But now looking at him, we're not sad anymore. This guy looks pretty special. So he's in. Did we decide he was going to be a striker? I feel like we decided he was a striker and not a midfield player. I think this guy's a striker, isn't he? I think we're going to play him as a striker. And then, I don't remember this one, Malik Deme. Just coming from Grasshopper. I don't remember bringing him in. But let's get chaps on language courses. So we need a goalkeeper. We've only got Frick and then a bunch of kids. We have obviously got that 5-star potential youngster as a goalkeeper, but he's probably not ready to properly compete with Frick yet. I wouldn't have thought. He's 6'2". He's 19 years old. I think he probably needs a year out on loan somewhere. So we're probably never going to see him do his thing, because if we're only here for one more year, we're not going to get the benefit of this guy. But I don't think we can risk having him in the team just yet. Look at all these high potential youngsters that we've got. So back to what we were looking at. We need a goalkeeper. Left back. Why the hell is Calvin Ramsey on here? We've never signed Calvin Ramsey. Well, I'll work out which of these are actually my players. Oh, I hate this being broken. So Norton Cuffy is a right back. We don't really have a left back because I sold him in a Moody. So Lenny Mayer can play there. Del Cerro can play there. And who the hell is this guy who's wanted for someone on loan? So we've got another 5-star potential youngster, Croatian left back. And then we've got our Swiss international Vulos, Finley Burns. Alde, I think, wants to leave, doesn't he? Yeah, so he can come off. That screen is so annoying. So Alde's not going to play. Norton Cuffy isn't going to play there. So we've got Del Cerro. Do we have anyone behind him? Not really. So we need a left back. We need a goalkeeper, a left back, a centre back. A right back, Calvin Ramsey, is not a Servette player. So we've got Brooke Norton Cuffy. So we also need a right back. So we need one in every position so far. A goalkeeper, a left back, a centre back, and a right back. In midfield, we're actually not too bad. We've got Cognac, who is already here. Eza and Barrios, who've just arrived. We're not going to play Martin. We spent £4 million on Marchand. Del Cerro's not going to play there. Witzig is not really good enough, so we can get rid of him. He can go on the transfer list. These are all attacking midfielders. This is the guy off of the next gen from the previous year, so he can stick around for now. And then Giuseppe Hemi is the one that everybody wants. But you know what? If someone offers me 3.9 million, I'll actually sell him. Let's offer him for 3.9 million and see if we've got any takers. So we don't really need a central midfielder. And then on the left-hand side, we've got Martin, obviously, as our starter. Bobby Clark can play there as well. Antunes can play there. Patty can play there. Maya can play there as well, I think, although really he's an attacking midfielder. So take him off there. And then you've got these kids who aren't going to get in the team. But we've got plenty of left midfielders. And then on the right wing, it's the same guys, really. There's plenty of them. Unless there's someone outstanding, we don't really need anyone in these wide areas. And then in attacking midfield, we've got McAtee, we've got Antunes, and then some of these other guys can play there as well. And up front, it's Akos and Guerrero. So again, we don't really need anyone in midfield or attack. It's the defence and the goalkeeper we need to improve as a priority. But if we can find a great striker, we'll obviously take a great striker. That's how these things work, boys and girls. We got anyone who wants to give us any money here? I'll receive. Oh, I forgot we sold Giuseppe Rossi. Yeah, we'll take some money from Blackburn for him. We're always happy to have a little bit more money. Yeah, we'll have some money from Southampton as well. We don't want to pay any extra money for Akos, though. Right, let's have a look to see what's available. Now I know he's German. He fits right in. I just like his versatility. Having him and Norton Cuffy, it's all the versatility. Yikes! Okay, maybe we're not getting him because he wants a lot of money there. Okay, maybe we will get him. I know we don't really need midfield players, but I'm looking at Hannibal and Fernandez and thinking I'll sign them both, please. Certainly, I think Hannibal will be a very useful addition. Has he got any EU nationality? He's got French. What a good boy. So let's bring him in. That's a lot of money. There's a lot of money right there. I don't expect to sign all of these. Right, Hannibal would also cover the left wing, which we don't really need a player for the left wing, but if Hannibal can do it, we're fine. What about as a striker? Ollie Watkins. Shall we bring in Ollie Watkins at 32? I feel like that's not insane. If he's still quick enough. See how much money Ollie Watkins wants. Oh, that's a lot of money, but is he worth it? I agree he's not EU, but I don't think that's a huge problem if it's just him. I think we've got to try, haven't we? Christian Volpato. Try for him and then go and get another centre back. And then I think that's probably all our money gone. If it's not already. Yikes. That would be the full 10 million gone even without another defender. Should we just get the 31-year-old defender? Go for a bit of experience back there. There you go. Let it be someone else's problem. Now we see how many of them we get. Yeah, we're not getting some of these. Like, he's going to go to Nice. He's going to go to Lecce. Yeah, we're not getting half of these. We might not get any of these guys that we've just made offers for. We'll just get the midfielder that we didn't need. Bayern Munich are interested in Mario Ujvari, but not interested enough to offer his actual value. And he doesn't even really want to go, does he? Let's say no. They can offer his value or they're not getting him. Right, we're getting some boys in. So boys are coming in. Come on, the boys. So Volpato is in. Hannibal is in. Ollie Watkins is in. Here we go. Proper football players. So he is quite good. Really quite good. Maya is upset about Volpato arriving. You should be. He's better than you. But you're Swiss, so you have that as an advantage. Hannibal is in. We've got some good midfield players now. So he is our best left winger, apparently, which is not where I was planning on playing him, but he's also our best central midfielder. He's just quite good. No defenders. Defenders are for cowards. And Tunes has got a grumpy on. I mean, if he wants to leave, I know he was our star man first season, but is he Swiss? Is Antunes Swiss? He might need to leave. Oh, he is Swiss. That's the problem. We can't really let any Swiss players leave. And there is Ollie Watkins. Go learn French and Italian at the same time. That's not going to confuse you. He'll do, and he'll score a few goals this season, I think. Right, how are we doing money-wise? Yikes! Okay. Have we still got defenders hopefully coming in? Yes, but we might have to get rid of some attackers and midfielders. So just to recap, we needed a goalkeeper, a left-back, a right-back, and a centre-back. We signed an attacking midfielder, a central midfielder, and a striker. Welcome along to anyone who's new. That sounds about right. Right, we don't want... Do we want this guy? Oh, maybe we do. He's an attacking left-back. He's only 5'6". He's a little. He did play 15 games for Monaco last season, so bearing in mind we don't actually have a left-back at all, he probably is better than nothing. He's 34, not interested. Danny Tassendi. Regular for Villarreal B. Right, Dale Moura is coming in. So at least we have one defender arriving. Right, Alde can leave. That's fine. Del Chero can leave. That's fine. I mean, surely we can't afford him. I hear he's quite good. I heard on the grapevine that he's probably Champions League quality. Fine. We got £2.6 million. We could maybe make this work. Let's go and get Bazunu. Does he have any EU nationality? He's Irish, isn't he? That's EU, isn't it? Yeah, that's fine. It's another one who I hear is Champions League quality. Heard on the grapevine. Probably can't get him at the same time as Bazunu. We'll try and get Bazunu first, and then we might come back in for Trilly. Fine, I will. You're not going to like how I do it, though. There you go. Yeah. See? Didn't like that, did you? Well, this is becoming more interesting. Well then. Don't know that we're going to get him. Oh, we might just. We're putting the Spurs team together now. Right, who's doing the Champions League draw? It's Wanderson. There you go. Lovely. Who do we play? Trabzonspor if we get past this slot. That feels like quite a hard match. Right, Guerrero's gone. Better than Gatford. Gatford's in our reserve team. Bazunu is in. Oh, that's a signing. Oh, that is a football signing. Can we get him registered for the Champions League, please? Get McMullen out of my life. I don't know why I'm forever seeing him appear when I try and register these squads. Right, Antunes. You know what? He was great, but if he's going to be silly, he can leave. We've got plenty of players who can play in his position, and we could use the money. Right, so look at this for a team. Ollie Watkins up front. The world's gone mad. We're playing Ollie Watkins. Right, Frick in one of his final appearances. Dalimura is going to make his debut alongside Vulas. That's a good centre-back partnership. Mayer's not great. He needs an upgrade. Norton Cuffy needs an upgrade. Trilly will hopefully come in and cover two of those positions. And then we just need a left-back. Hannibal can pretty much play anywhere in this midfield. Barrios is fine in that role. And then Martin on the left. I don't know why we'd have him as an inside forward. We'll do that. Bobby Clark seems like an odd choice in there, but I'll go with it. And then Volpato is a left footer. So he can do that. And then it's all about getting the ball to Ollie Watkins. That's the plan. Yes, Ollie Watkins was a free transfer. He's 32 as well. He's on 40 grand a week. We decided we wanted a fast striker to score lots of goals. Hey, a football! We didn't know we were going to Barcelona when we filmed the one in Swansea, or else we'd have mentioned it. But yeah, the plan is to go around every city in the UK, but we're going to Barcelona. We may as well do one while we're there. It'd be mad not to, wouldn't it? Not in a way that would be interesting to watch anyway. It would take 5 or 6 seasons, and I don't really just want to keep winning the league for 5 or 6 seasons and gradually making slow progress in the Champions League. So we'll probably do one more year, see how deep we can get, and then jump ship to a bigger club in a bigger league. Similar to what we did at Paderborn. You take the club as far as you can and then don't stick around for the next bit. We've been quite effective from corners so far in this game, boys and girls. Right, Ika Alde has gone. Hopefully that's Trilly money right there. Right, Antunes is leaving. He was good. But he didn't want to be here, so he's done. We now have some money that we can hopefully use to bring in a left back. I mean, he's actually Swiss. This probably wouldn't be the stupidest thing to do. Buying an actual Swiss. Is this the guy who you all wanted me to buy back in January and I refused? Saying something like, I'm not going to waste all that money on a young left back. Have we come all the way back round to this same guy? Right, £5 million for a 20-year-old fringe player. This makes all the sense in the world, right? I ended up on the wrong screen here. Forbidden screen. Right, Porto left back. Okay. Okay, then. We'll take him. Right, so this is the second qualifying round. A win here, believe it or not, gets us into what's known in the trade as the third qualifying round. Remember, this is all an absolute travesty that we have to play in this because the Swiss FA are scum and favour young boys. But you don't get into the Champions League proper and then you don't get that £10 million you get just for being in it. So it gets you slightly more money, but you risk losing a huge amount of money that we're entitled to. We won the league by 11 points. Prince FM, thank you very much for 5 months. Lovely old stuff. Do I still play Pokemon TCG? Yeah, sometimes. I'm turning Servette into an all-English team. They're welcome. A bloke in the pub the other week said the score was 0s rather than 0-0, and it took me aback. I mean, that's one of those situations where violence is completely acceptable. I don't think anyone would have questioned you just punching them right in the face. Just like full fist, full pelt right in the nose. Just explode their face if they're going to say 0s instead of 0-0. 3.1 million, you say. Can we do $1 million of that up front and then the rest on installamontes? La 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 la. And that's our new left back sent off inside 20 minutes of his debut. Now you're talking. Good old Football Manager, never change. Oh. Wait until I get screwed in the playoffs for reasons. I think if we don't get into the Champions League proper, I think I'll just resign. All right, come on. We'll have a goal here, please. Okay, then. That's quite good. Have we just given away a penalty? Hey! Wow, he actually stopped play and then didn't give the penalty. So that actually helped us with our defending. Let's not slander any of my players in the chat, Garlic Mushrooms. I know not of what you refer to, but we don't slander my boys. Now what's happened? Oh my word! Can we bring him back on again now? Can we bring Maya back on? I can't make any more. So 9 men then. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've only made 4 substitutions. 1, 2, 3. Why can't we make any more? Because of too many stoppages. Ah! Oh, look at that for a pass. Ollie Watkins rounds the keeper. We only need 9 men. Come on then. And now we play young boys with no right-hand side. Oh, we don't play young boys. We play Trabzonspor without Bazunu or Trilly. Because we signed them too late and can't make replacements. Oh, good. Another draw before we've played the previous one. Raw Strand. And we'll now just advance to the end. So if we beat Trabzonspor, we have to play Austria Vienna or PSV Eindhoven. I tell you what, this is a tough route. All because we got screwed out of our automatic spot. So we're only allowed to add 1 player, so it has to be Bazunu. So Trilly and Venancio have to miss out. It's not a shock Because the other option was leaving out our goalkeeper. You idiot, Julie. Julie's an idiot. Is that what's his face's mum? Hold on. Giuseppe, is that your mum? We've got Giuseppe Hemi and Julie Hemi, the press officer. Giuseppe, have a word with your mum. She's been an idiot there. What are you going to do about it? She's an idiot. Ollie Watkins has come all the way to Switzerland to play on the right wing. Because all our other wingers are injured. It's fine. At least Bazunu's in the team. Oh, now we're losing another right-sided player. Norton Cuffy, the only fit right back in the squad, because we haven't been able to register Trilly, is now injured. Right, we'll have a goal here, please. We're good at set pieces. Oh! Oh, we goated too soon there, I'm afraid, boys and girls. Oh, and a hydrate. You don't want much, do you? Surely that's offside. If our first goal was offside, that's offside too. Oh, that was nearly a cherry. Have we got a cherry from the youngster? Of course we have. Oh, we don't deserve it, but I don't care. I'll take it. 3-1. Champions League, here we come. 18-year-old centre-back playing out of position at left-back. Just giving it a whack. We could do a Bazunu showing why he was worth £2.5 million here. Well. Glad we got the third then. Quite important. Anyone who's left early from this one has missed a few goals. Bazunu's nowhere near that. I might be about to resign. If we lose here against Trabzonspor, I'm just going to resign. And then we'll figure something out. We'll come up with a plan from there. Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba. Here we go. Come on, Akos. Why does he not shoot there? Because he's got wonder winger Ollie Watkins just outside of him, who seems to play better out wide. Are we really going to be spending 40 grand a week on a winger? That seems ridiculous. Oh, well, we've got multiple free kick takers in this team now. Here we go. The next round is called a playoff, though, just to warn everybody about what might happen. The playoff curse ended, but then we do have the new playoff curse. It is back after what happened with Young Boys at the end of last season. I'm not being horrible. I'm just describing the situation. There was no malice or horribleness there at all. It was just an accurate description of the situation, which I'm sure he would verify. With the honesty, you always get honesty out of me. I don't have a filter. It's a bad thing. If I were to buy a house now, my monthly living expenses would double. My rent is half what a mortgage would cost for an equivalent house. So while I'm on a very, very good rent deal, I'll just keep renting and saving the difference. So I get a bigger and bigger deposit. If it goes on for the next 5 years, I'll just buy a house outright. Right, we are through to they call it the playoff. We're playing PSV Eindhoven. It's the final qualifying round with a spot in the Champions League proper up for grabs, but it's called a playoff, which means we're probably going to lose it because we lose playoffs. That's what we do. Prefers Watkins to Haaland. Oh, Bojan, you've made such a fool of yourself there, my old grey-haired chum. I wouldn't swap him for anyone, not even Erling Haaland. I mean, can we not say that kind of thing in public? Because if the offer is there, I'd like it on record. I absolutely would swap Ollie Watkins for Erling Haaland. So I think it's important that we correct that message.